We hear it all the time, right? Artificial intelligence is going to solve our biggest problems, from national security all the way down to our daily lives. But what if I told you there's a fundamental catch, a dilemma hiding in plain sight? What happens when these unbelievably powerful tools get it wrong? That's what we're going to dig into, the hidden risks of AI and a whole new way of thinking about how we can manage them.
Okay, so just how high are the stakes? Well, take a look at this. When the head of the NSA and Cyber Command says AI is foundational to the future, he's saying it's not a matter of if this is going to be central to our security, it's only a matter of when. That's a pretty big deal.
And here's the kicker. This isn't some far-off science fiction future we're talking about. This future is already here. AI is being used right now in some of the most high-stakes environments you can possibly imagine.
To really see what this looks like in practice, we're going to look at a pretty groundbreaking and, controversial U.S. military program that put artificial intelligence right on the front lines.
This is Project Maven. You got to understand, this was a huge leap. It was the Pentagon's first major operational use of AI in an active combat zone. We're talking about defense intelligence in real time.
So why was it so important? Well, the problem they faced was actually pretty simple. They were drowning in data. Drones are collecting thousands upon thousands of hours of video footage, and the human analysts, they were just completely overwhelmed. There was no way to watch it all. So the solution seemed obvious. Bring in the AI to comb through all that footage and flag anything that looked like a threat.
And you know what? It worked. It worked really well. But Project Maven was never just about solving one little problem. As you can hear from this quote from its leader, it was designed to be the spark, the pathfinder, the thing that would light a fire and spread AI across the entire Department of Defense.
So a huge success. Case closed, right? AI solves a critical problem, everyone goes home happy. Well, not quite. Because hiding just beneath the surface of this amazing success story is a deep, fundamental flaw, one that affects pretty much all AI systems.
And it all comes down to this one single crucial question. These things are incredible when they're right, but what happens when they make a mistake? This brings us to the absolute core concept for today, model risk. Now, it sounds complicated, but it's really the danger that comes from forgetting one simple, vital truth. A model is not reality. Think of it like a map. A map is an incredibly useful estimation of a place, but it's not the place itself. And just like a map, a model can be wrong, it can be out of date, or it can be dangerously misleading.
Now, this isn't just some theoretical academic problem. This should honestly send a chill down your spine. Convolutional neural networks are doomed. Now, those networks are the exact kind of AI that power systems like Project Maven, the ones that recognize images. But the really shocking part is who said it. That's Geoffrey Hinton, one of the guys who literally invented them. When the creator says his own invention has a fatal flaw, you really, really need to listen.
And that flaw, it's not just some technical bug you can patch. It points to a much, much deeper issue in how we even think about the difference between just processing information and actually finding true meaning.
So let's break this down. Most AI today, it's past-driven. You show it a million pictures of a cat, it gets incredibly good at recognizing a cat. It's processing information. But the real future is what we call sense-making. That's where the AI doesn't just recognize the cat, it understands the context of a cat. It can figure out novel situations it's never seen before. One is just categorizing what it's already seen, the other is trying to make sense of what's coming next.
And this quote from the philosopher West Churchman just nails it. Knowledge isn't sitting in the pile of data itself. It's in the person using it. It's how we react, how we interpret all that information. Simply having a mountain of data isn't the same as having a single drop of wisdom.
So, if all models are flawed, and just having more data isn't the answer, what on earth do we do? Well, we have to shift to a whole new framework, a new way of thinking that's designed to work with these imperfect yet powerful tools.
This is the core idea. It's a total mindset shift. Instead of killing ourselves trying to build a perfect model that's never wrong, which is impossible, we build systems that expect to be surprised. You just accept that uncertainty is part of the deal, and you plan for it from the get-go.
So let's compare the old way with the new way. The old, traditional approach is all about being predictive. It looks at the past and tries to forecast the future. And that's great until something brand new happens that it's never seen before. Then the whole thing just falls apart. The new, anticipatory approach acknowledges we can't predict everything. So instead of trying to eliminate surprise, the goal is to get really good at managing it.
So how do you actually do that? Well, it comes down to a framework for model risk management. First, you have to admit it. All models are imperfect, every single one.
Second, you have to plan for real uncertainty, not just the risks you can put a number on, but the unknown unknowns. That means you can't just trust one model. You need to use a whole range of them. And you got to move beyond simplistic metrics that give you a false sense of security. At the end of the day, you have to focus like a laser on managing and preventing the truly catastrophic failures, the big one.
And all of this leads us to a final, and I think really critical point about the relationship between us, people, and the machines we're building.
Because the ultimate goal here, it's not people versus computers. It's not a competition. The real future is about creating a powerful collective intelligence where you combine the unique strengths of both.
And this right here is the ultimate takeaway. We should not be trying to build an AI that replaces human judgment. The real goal is to create a system where the incredible strengths of human intuition and the raw processing power of machines work together as a team to navigate a deeply uncertain world.
Which leaves us with one final, pretty mind-bending question from the neuroscientist Antonio Damasio. As we build these tools that extend and maybe one day even surpass our own intelligence, do they force us to rethink what it even means to be human? It's a pretty wild thought. Maybe, just maybe, in our quest to build intelligent machines, we're actually going to end up learning more about ourselves.